Good evening, this is Nick Inman from VolumeProfileTrader.com on Thursday, December 1st, and today was the first day of a month. That means the November volume profile chart is complete, and it's important to know what went on in November in terms of price action via volume profile. And you can see that we closed the month above the point of control within a high volume area. You see this huge volume that sticks out, and we're just in the middle of that range. Trading, as far as opportunity one way or the other, it's pretty neutral until we break one way or the other. And it's going to be interesting how December trades. We have a few important dates, one being December 9th, which is when Europe gets together and basically tries to figure out a plan before everyone loses confidence. But anyways, let's look at the market and see what we're working with and what opportunities lie ahead. And first things first, I'm still bullish the market. I think this is an opportunity to get long and to see potential upside into the end of the year and into 2012. I think there are still a lot of macro issues out there that probably will have a hard time being solved, but you know that's just the market that we're in right now, and our job is to just try and make money off of it. So we are at the top of the range. There's still some upside potential left, but if you look at this volume profile chart, this composite, we have pretty good volume at this, from this 1248 down to 1243, 1244 range. We closed below that today, just slightly, and we're looking at basically a trade down to the 1232 level, yesterday's lows, and seeing if those levels hold. If we get to go to the downside, if they do hold and we see buying come in after, it could be an opportunity to get long the market. If not, and we continue moving lower, we have targets down at the 1215, 12.6, let's call it 1216 down to, really, we'll just open it up and call it down to 1200. And because it could overshoot one way or the other, and this is a pretty big volume cluster, so we'd like to see it bounce off the top half of this volume more towards 1215, 1210. You see this point of control from October. That was a pivot point in November. We'll see if November's pivot point is an immediate pivot or an immediate move like we saw in November, where price opened the month at the October point of control, sort of like we have right now, and we just moved higher. We bounced for one day and bam, off to the races. So it'll be interesting to see if we do that again. The only difference is then we were coming from a sell-off, and now we're coming from a nice rally. So just be on the lookout. But because we're just at the top end of the range, in the trading room today, I mentioned I've become market neutral, because although I think the long term has possibilities for a move higher, I don't feel as if there's a reason to load the boat at these levels. We took profits. We took half profits on Freeport today at the highs around 40. It was the top of this high volume area. We took some profits. Now we have an opportunity to get it 3 to 4% lower than where we sold it originally. So it will gradually bring up our cost basis from this past Tuesday, but I think it makes sense to have a stop below Monday's intraday low. We have big volume support here, where the composite point of control and November's point of control, they're both sitting under price right now. It could be a nice one for Freeport to the upside at these levels. I think you can put a stop under these lows, because if we penetrate these lows, we're probably going back down to the 36 well, at least 37, but more towards 36, 35, I would assume. So, and then let's go to Ford. We bought this yesterday on the weakness off this point of control support. We got rewarded yesterday afternoon and today. We got as high as 1080 today. Bought at 1020, so 6% gains in less than 24 hours, or about 24 hours. So that's pretty good. And you know, you can ring the cash register if you want when we get back up to the 1090, 11, all the way up to 1120. But really, your first target is right below 1110. And you know, this is an oversold bounce just because of the move we've had, but it could also be a potential bottom. You can see we've penetrated these lows in the past. We just got the the point of control support at these levels, so that was the reason for going long. Disney had marginal gains. We highlighted it yesterday, and it had an update today. Wish we caught it back on Monday morning, but we didn't, and that's okay. I guess not. Sorry. Wednesday morning. It wasn't even on Monday, it broke out. Wednesday morning was the real day to get on this. I wish I was still short this name, VXX, although we had this point. This is premature, but the point of control is at the bottom of the range. Could lead to a little bounce. You never know. But VXX, we took profits on these puts yesterday. 48 puts expiring December. We took profits, or I took profits at around 50% gains, and now they're around 70% gains. So I'm kind of bummed I took that off, but you know, what can you do? If you watch the euro, we're struggling against November's point of control. You can see that this is big time resistance for the euro, and if we can break above these levels, we should see 138 again on the upside, or at least, you know, mid 137s, and that could be a short-term positive for the euro, especially for the equities market. But we'll see if this thing starts to roll over again. Maybe my bias change, you know, goes to a more market neutral stance on the overall equities market. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, Nvidia is doing exactly what we want it to do, outperforming the market today. We bought back on Monday, and we're being rewarded. We're being rewarded with more upside today, up another 20 cents or so on a $15 stock. So our target remains the $17, $18 range, and you know, we just trail our stops. Keep a stop definitely at break even, if not right around 15. Let's see, right below 15.23. Okay, I guess I'll see everyone at the free Q&A tonight. If you haven't signed up yet, the link is below, and we're going to be discussing about the market possibilities, more about volume profile, any questions you have. And this is also one of the last videos that you'll see in this much detail for volumeprofiletrader.com, because we're opening the member section up, which will consist of much more opportunity to take advantage of this resource. And you just have to check out the site. If you come to the Q&A tonight, you get a nice discount, but it's just to help people become better traders. So if that's what your goal is, maybe this is something you should check out. So I'll see you tonight.